Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yom Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash, Brother Isaiah, coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, it play real quick.
It's the damn road right here.
It's okay, I'm so sorry.
Well, I am not sorry.
Get in the house.
No, this ain't right.
I tell him to move that car. I tell him,
I'm gonna call the police if y'all don't do something.
sir, it's an after pass of a
I don't care about all that crap.
You can't say
Oh,
that.
wow.
That's crap. You gotta
I don't like you running my neighborhood.
We're not running your neighborhood. I don't know what's wrong.
Well, I live right there. I live here for a good while.
James, well, don't bust me up. Go get
Keep talking to your car. She say she don't want your car in
No,
the
you're blocking
driveway.
my path to
My
back
car is not blocking their
out.
driveway. They can get out their driveway.
Hey, go get it.
Don't block my driveway.
James, you can talk to people better than that.
No, hey, I don't like it.
Don't do that.
Mr. James, if you wanted to beg back, you could and get out, Mr.
I can
James.
call for records, get this shit
James,
moved.
stop. No, you can't. Come on.
Oh, that's so mean,
Hey,
Mr.
listen,
James.
no,
No,
no.
it's Saturday. And you know all that
No,
other stuff is
no,
way
no.
back in the
Stop.
day. We ain't going for that shit, James.
I ain't going either.
It's crazy.
James,
This is a neighborhood that ain't designed for the
James,
hood.
stop.
You gotta
Stop
stop
it.
saying
Go
stuff
in
like
the
that,
house.
Mr. James.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Mr. James being very rude, and we asking him.
How you doing?
No, I don't like that. You're running my neighborhood. I don't care what you're doing. I don't believe in this crap. You hear?
Oh, wow.
We just told you it's a repass. So
You get my face?
No, man.
No, you're gonna start some trouble right there. There's trouble.
All right, and you know, call all Yahweh Shemel Shai once again. All right, you know, and hey, this is the true nature of Esau, the so-called white man. All right, it's not about skin color, but you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, generally speaking, you are the Israelites. All right, and the true narrative of the scriptures is that there's an evil nation and there's a righteous nation. You got the sons of men, you got the sons of God, and you got the sons of the wicked. Three categorizations of people, man. All right. And Esau, he's the son of a wicked, man. Now this dude, you know, he could be whatever he is, man. This is the spirit that Esau has against you. Now, you got some Jake that was raised thinking that they Esau. All right, and you do got the curses where your eye shall be evil. And to be quite frank, you know, we hate niggas too, man. Be honest with you. You know, you have a thing out there called black fatigue. All right, where you see Jake, you know, doing a little wickedness or whatever they folly. And, you know, I be rolling through the hood. I smell weed. I be like niggas, man. Hey, Lord willing, you know, the Lord keep the spirit on me to continue to hate the wickedness of the 2/3, man. All right, because let's face it, you know, Jake do evil deeds, man. And so likely I'm multitasking. It's early in the morning. I was watching, you know, YouTube and handling some things, and I said, well, let me respond to this through the spirit. So, you know, I'm gonna quote things, Lord willing. I'll grab some stuff, but if not, you know, it'll just be a little, you know, lesson. Lord willing, you edify. But, you know, I was just saying to myself earlier, like, you know, you get a disdain for Jake, man. You know, because Jake be, you know, these so-called Negroes, man. You know, Jake is short for Jacob, descendants of Jacob, and you know, we do get tired of being exposed to the wickedness of Jake, you know, you niggas out there, man, because the scriptures say they overpass the deeds of the wicked. Okay, speaking of our people, man, you know, sometimes you hate to see your people coming, man, because, you know, hey, having lived in the ghetto myself, man, having, you know, been, you know, poor when I was in the world and things and struggled, man. You know, some of my biggest enemies was Jake, man. My biggest enemies was Jake. You can't just be yourself. You can't stay to yourself. You know, Jake, it's like they hunt you down. You know, Jake is like a heat-seeking missile. And you know, I like to say, generally speaking, that Jake just want to be left alone. Now, you got exceptions to the rule. You know what I'm saying? You got some wicked ass Israelites that are just malicious souls, just created to be malicious. And they not like everybody else. They don't want to just be left alone. They, you know, they want to bother you. They want to hate you. They got demons on them. But, you know, I remember when I was in the world, man, I just wanted to mind my business. And there was times in my life, a lot of times, where that wasn't possible, man. Jake wouldn't let me, Salaki. Jake wouldn't let me just mind my business, man. Jake had to be all in your business, or they get mad at you if you don't want to be their friend. You know, being from where I'm from, it was real weird to me because on the one hand, they got what you call being a friendly ass nigga. They say you a friendly ass nigga, you too nice to people. But then I had times where when I didn't want to be friends with a nigga, you know, that they targeted me for not wanting to be their friend. You know, and so it's just, man, it's one of them things that the scriptures say, speaking of you so-called black, Latinos, Native Americans, you know, the wicked of our people, they're implacable. And if I can finish what I'm doing, Lord willing, I'll grab that scripture. But that word implacable means unable to be placated. What does it mean to be? What does it mean to placate? That word placate means to be reasoned with. You know, you're unable to reason with certain of our people, man. Okay, and that's tiresome, man. That's tiresome. That's stressful, and it makes you really not want to even deal with your own people, man. You know, rightfully so, man. You know, who wants to go through the mind games, man? Who wants to have to wonder whether or not you can even trust the person that, you know, now, like I said, it's not a skin color thing, but you know, when you growing up, when you coming up, you know, you see people that look like you, and you know, or from the same neighborhood, you know, different shit like that. None of that shit matters, man. I had motherfuckers come up to me and use the, you know, one side of their mouth, they God this and God that, and then get me for my last dollar. When I, you know, I didn't have much more than them. If I did have a little more, it wasn't much, trust me. And still had a nigga get me for my last, man. With God right in their mouth. God gonna bless you, and God. And you turn around and it's like, this nigga done got me, man. This nigga done got me. So the black fatigue is real. Furthermore, all right, as the scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now Esau, he wasn't never really set up to love you, as the scriptures say. His anger did tear perpetually. You know, the scriptures also talk about how Esau, you know, he pursued you Negroes, Black, Latino, Native Americans through the force of the sword. He cast off all pity. His anger did tear perpetually. I think I quoted that already. All right, so these niggas to begin with wasn't never, you know, in the mindset of loving you. All right, so multiply that in the days to come, as the scriptures say, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Yes, this is going to be on a wide spread, but the scriptures say Egyptian shall be against Egyptian. And a lot of you so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans don't really realize you have an enemy. A lot of you are still naive, even through the countless history of what the so-called white man has done to you. A lot of you still think that, you know, we are the world, you know, Michael Jackson. We are the children. Make a better place. You know, hear that. It's like, bro, No, okay? The Lord made a distinction. The Lord made a distinction between the nations. He made a righteous and he made a wicked. All right? And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked of the whole planet, man. But you people can't comprehend that. All right? You people can't comprehend that Esau is made to be the wicked. Go read the book of Romans 9. The book of Romans 9 depicts it to you perfectly. And guess who's depicted in Romans 9? Jacob and Esau. Okay? And the scriptures say that the Lord is well within his rights to take the same lump, okay, the same lump of clay, because as the scriptures say, from the dust of the earth formed he man. The Lord is well within his rights to take this same lump of clay and make one vessel unto honor and one vessel unto dishonor. Well, the vessel of honor is the Israelites, man. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Because at the end of the day, as the scriptures say, Israel will be saved with an everlasting salvation, man. All right? That's what's going to happen, man. So, it ain't like, we chose. We happy than the motherfucker that, that's the case. But it ain't because of us. It's the Lord chose it to be that way. But a lot of you people have a problem with that. A lot of you people can't accept that, which means that you can't accept the righteousness of God. And as the scriptures say, they leaving the righteousness of God sought their own righteousness, and their food. I believe the scriptures talk about their foolish heart was darkened. That's why you got a lot of, as we call them, mo's. Put H-O in front of that word mo, and you understand what we're saying. All right. Romans 1 tells you about that. That's in the New Testament. You see? Read the book of Romans 1, man. And you'll understand, okay? That the Lord, that's a reprobate spirit. But nevertheless, this ain't even as extreme as it is going to get. This is just an old man venting out his old frustrations, okay, and hatred. And like I said, whoever he is, because we judge by the spirit and not according to the flesh. All right. Esau hates you. And due to the curses, your own people hate you. And it's going to get worse, man. It's going to get worse. There might be some moments of solidarity. But as we understand, Jake cannot be united in wickedness. So even if Jake stand together for a time, it'll be short-lived. Because at the end of the day, this is not our rest. And the victory is not to be had on this side. But yeah, I just kind of want to go into that, this little quick lesson, man. Just kind of going into this topic, man. Yeah, I thought it very interesting. All right, and we're going to see more of this in the future, man. We're going to see more. We can't wait, man, because this is prophecy being fulfilled at the end of the day, man. The closer we get to salvation, the more hatred we're going to see. The more, unaliving we're going to see. People unaliving each other. All right. And we rejoice understanding, because people probably find that weird. We say, oh, we rejoice. Well, yeah, we rejoice because that means we're that much closer to the kingdom. Right? And we just pray that Yahweh Shem Yahweh protect us and keep us through these times, man, because it's gonna get bad, man. It's gonna get real bad. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there. I don't really have anything else at this moment. just expect more. All right, expect more in the future. All honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shabbat Kadash. Of honor to the apostle elders, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Okay, Shalom and the Bible Ball. Shalom.